Hey everyone, welcome back. This is our review of Akame Got Kill, episode 15. And first off, right off the bat, we finally get a new opening in this episode. I figured an ending. I figured they'd come like halfway through, which would be like episode 12, because I believe this series is going to be 24 episodes total. But either way, though, the new ending was pretty good. The new opening I thought was amazing. I thought it was even better than the first opening, quite honestly. But I really enjoyed them both. I thought the imagery looked amazing with great art and animation, and the songs were really fucking good, especially the new opening song. Okay. So anyways, I just wanted to get that out of the way right away before I talk about the actual episode in general. That cliffhanger at the end. Now, I've mentioned before, and I've made a video about it, a manga recommendation video about it, about how I'm caught up in the manga. Okay, so I knew this was going to happen. I just didn't know what episode. But for all anime only watchers, you're probably pissed because this is a pretty big cliffhanger at the end of this episode here, where we have the Jaegers and Night Raid confronting each other. Every member of Night Raid too, it seems like. We have Nagenda, Mine, Akame, Tatsumi, Lubbock. Oh wait, was Lubbock there? Well, I know we have at least Akame, Nagenda, and Tatsumi there. Okay, and I believe that obviously Susanoo's there as well, and I believe that Leone's there too. So quite a few members of Night Raid, and then of course in terms of the Jaegers we have Kurome, Wabe, and Bulls. Okay, those three. And they're confronting each other, and we finally learn what Kurome's power is. She basically, her sword, Yatsu Fusa, I believe its name is actually able to take control of the bodies of the dead. Okay, and basically use them as her own personal zombie soldiers. So she it's pretty powerful here. I mean, she could basically theoretically take create an entire gigantic fucking army of these things if she really wanted to. Of course, we don't yet know the limitations of her powers. I assume they have some sort of limitations. We don't know exactly yet, but she's even shown controlling like this gigantic fucking danger beast that was already died, which she references in this episode she couldn't do when her and Akame last saw each other. So she's obviously gotten a lot stronger since then, obviously. Okay, and the confrontation between her and Akame, as short as it was actually pretty interesting because she was so glad that she got to meet her sister again, so she could kill her herself and add her to her zombie army. Yeah, Kurome screwed up, but without spoiling anything, I will tell you, at least later on in the series, I do actually feel a lot more sympathy for her. I'm not going to spoil exactly how and or why, and or when it happens even, but I am just going to say that later on in the series, at least I felt a lot more sympathy for her character. Okay, so the beginning of this episode wasn't much. It was pretty much just this corrupt person, of course, looking down on the citizens, and then Chelsea ends up sneaking in there, disguised as maid. She transforms back and kills him, and escapes just before the Jaegers show up. And by the Jaegers, I mean Wabe and one other one, I forget who it was, but it's Rune, I believe. Yeah, Wabe and Rune shows up there. And another cool scene in this episode happens between Wabe and Demonic Justice. Okay, where Wabe is definitely starting to clue into now as to the corruption and evil of the capital, because they were apparently trying to find Night Raid, but they found some bandits instead, and Demonic Justice basically just confronted them herself and killed all three of them, even the one girl who claimed that she was just helping them because they forced her to. And Demonic Justice, she didn't fucking care, She just had Koro eat the two guys, and then she herself basically decapitated, I assume, the one chick. And then Wabe found her shortly after that and kind of clued into what happened, and he's starting to really clue in as to exactly what is going down in the capital, I think. So I think I've said this before, but I suspect, and obviously if I'm theorizing something, then then that means that it hasn't happened yet in the manga. Okay. But I theorize that sometime down the line in the series, he is going to be defecting over to Night Raid, or at least over to the Revolutionary Army. Although considering that Night Raid is the main part of the Revolutionary Army, or at least the one that has the most screen time, it will probably be Night Raid. Okay, when he finally gets sick of the capital and realizes just how corrupt and just how evil that it is. Okay. We did get a little bit of Death in this episode, just not much. It was just her looking at a picture she drew of Tatsumi, all stalkerish like, and then deciding to head out, I'm guessing, to go help the Jaegers. Will she get there in time? I honestly don't remember. Okay, but overall, I thought this was a fantastic episode of Akame Got Killed once again. There was a little bit of fan service in this episode, but it wasn't really enough to, I don't think, to get annoying. Okay. And it looked good, so there you go, I guess. Okay. But if you have yet to check out this week's episode of Akame Got Killed, I definitely recommend that you do. I really enjoyed the episode. Okay. Not a lot, but a little bit of plot progression here, and the fight that I'm looking forward to seeing the most is actually Akame versus Kurome, okay? Because that fight, from what I recall in the manga, was really cool, okay? And I cannot wait to see it get animated. So anyways, overall, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See that you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.